Now the pH of a reef aquarium is super important. I really like to run the pH of my reefer tanks at around 8.4, and I like to run the KH at about 8 DKH. Now in general, if your KH is low, then there'll be a tendency for your pH to be low. And if you raise your KH using a buffer, that will normally fix your pH. If you get your KH correct and your pH is still low, it can be another problem. The two main problems that it can be, if your KH is correct and your pH is not coming up, it can either be a CO2 issue, in which you would try to get as much oxygen in the room as possible, which means opening the doors up, making sure there's oxygen regularly in the room. And to make sure that you might consider putting a CO2 reactor, and you put that on the inlet of your protein skimmer, and that will reduce the amount of CO2 going into your tank, which will reduce the amount of carbonic acid going in the tank, and that will reduce the amount of acid, so therefore the pH will tend to come up. The other thing it can be too is that through the back of your reef, it is possible that you're forming gases like hydrogen sulfide, which are acids. So therefore, running a dose of something like aquarium detox, and the aquarium detox should help to kill anoxic zones. Therefore, you should stop the production of your hydrogen sulfide. That should then reduce acids and then allow the pH to raise. Also, adding polyfilters are a really good thing too, because polyfilter is going to help to remove hydrogen sulfide. So therefore, that may help to keep the pH up as well. So pH issues are a major problem, and they need urgent attention. If you have any suggestions to or experience with pH problems, then make sure you put a little note on the bottom of this video. So there are products that raise just pH, but in general, the KH products are enough.